Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope everyone is happy. God bless you and your family. In the previous section, we saw about plastics and 5R principles. In order to save environment from harmful effect of plastic, we should use 5R principle. First one, refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle and recover. Now move on. Refuse. We can refuse to use products which are harmful to the environment. For example, we should say no to single-use plastic bags. Second one, reduce. This means that we should use less. For example, save electricity by switching off unnecessary light and fan, save water by repairing leaking tap, do not waste food. Next one, reuse. Reuse means using the same things again and again. So, instead of throwing paper, we can reverse it and use it again. Plastic bottle can be used again to store items. We can take polythene bag with us while going to market and ask shopkeeper to put goods in that polythene bag instead of using new ones. Next one, recycle. Recycle means we should collect items like plastic, paper, glass, metals and use this material to make new product instead of using new plastic or new metal. For example, we should use the kind of plastic which can be recycled to make new product like thermoplastic. Last one, recover. It means converting waste into resources. For example, waste plastic bottle can be used to make boat. I welcome everyone back to my class. Today we are going to discuss about polymer chemistry, landfilling. Where does garbage go? When you take out the trash, do you know where it goes? Maybe it goes on a truck, but where does the truck go? Where it is taking all the garbage and what happened to the garbage afterwards? The garbage it's probably going to a landfill. Landfill it's a place where we bury garbage in the ground. We put garbage in landfills because it's a smell and healthy. Imagine if you just throw your garbage out into the street. Cross right. Nobody want to look at that, so we take it somewhere people don't live and we bury it in the ground. Then we don't have to smell it or look at it. A lot of trash end up in landfills. Every year, Americans put about 134 million ton of garbage in landfills. That is the same weight as 602 skyscrapers. Imagine taking one out of the every three car in the entire United States and polluting all those car in a big pill. If you did that, the pill would be around the same weight as the amount of garbage we throw into landfills everywhere. Problems with the landfills. When garbage is in the landfill, we don't have to look at, but there are big problem with the landfill. Landfills are bad for animals. They aren't built where people live, but animals do live there. We are basically dumping a bunch of garbage all over those animal home. Landfills also polluted the environment. The garbage that we throw away include a lot of dangerous chemicals. When rain fall on the landfill, it can wash the chemical out into the nearby lake, river and streams. This is bad for fish. It also bad for people who drink the water. Never landfill try to avoid this by putting a barrier around the trash. But this barrier can leak and not all landfills have them. Another problem is gas for landfills. When garbage root in landfill, it makes dangerous gases. These gases are bad for the environment. They can also cause health problems for people that live near the landfill. Now I am going to talk about biodegradable plastics. The concept of biodegradable plastics or bioplastic was first introduced in the year 1980s. Based on the name of degradation, there are two main types of plastic: degradable plastics, degradable degradable plastics and compostable plastics. Degradable plastics. Degradable plastics are made from petroleum oil or gas, which is the same as conventional plastics. The difference is that they have the chemical or additive add to them to make the breakdown faster than conventional plastics when they are exposed to sunlight, oxygen, or water. What do you think will happen to degradable plastics? Degradable plastics broken down into tiny pieces called microplastics, and these stay in our environment for very long time. It is very important to understand the degradable plastics do not break it down completely in the environment. Scientists have found the microplastic in the ocean are really bad, and it is likely that these tiny pieces in the soil are also harmful. Second one, compostable plastics. Compostable plastics are derived from renewable sources such as corn, sugar cane, avocado seed, or shrimp cells. Compostable plastics can be broken down completely by microbes, for example, bacteria, and turned back into food for plants, carbon dioxide, methane, water, and other natural components. Now move on. Plastic eating bacteria. In 2016, scientists from Japan tested different bacteria from a bottle recycling plant and found that iodine lacked saccharins in 201F6 could digest the plastic used to make single-use drink bottle that are made up of polythene tetraphyte PET. The bacteria works by secreting enzymes. Secreting enzymes are known as PETs that break down plastic into smaller molecules. These smaller molecules can absorb by the bacteria as food sources. The working of the enzyme is diagrammatically shown below. A big issue is the scale of the plastic pollution problem. We consume and produce such large quantity of the plastics, and this is only increasing. The scale of the bacteria breaking down plastic into much slow and will therefore not solve the crisis we are facing. Crisis means Crisis means a time of great danger or difficult, the moment when things change and either improve or get worse. Another limitation is that is restricted to PET resin code plastics, which currently the one of the most recyclable plastic worldwide. It will not be feasible solution to the issue of the large quantity of non-recyclable low grade plastics which are polluting the environment. That is why it cannot be the solution to plastic pollution on its own. Now move on. Glass types and uses. Glass can be found wherever we look. A glass window or glass mirror or glass light bulb. Glass is one of the world's oldest and most versatile human created material. Glass is the only material that can be recycled over and over again without losing its quality. Glass is built of a riddle. It is hard enough to protect us, but it shattered with incredible easy. It is made from opaque sand. Opaque means do not pass light. It is completely transparent. Most surprisingly, it behaves like a solid material, but it's also sort of white liquid and viscous. Glass is prepared by heating silicon dioxide until it melts, say to about 1700 degrees Celsius, and sodium carbonate is added to it. Then it cooled down really fast. When silicon dioxide melt, the silicon and oxygen atoms break out their crystal structure. If we cooled it slowly, the atom could slowly line up back into their crystalline arrangement. But if we cool the liquid fast enough, the atom of the silica will be held in their track. They won't have time to line up and they will be stuck any old arrangement with no order to the arrangement of the atoms. Now move on. Uses of glass. Glassware used in the kitchen is the generally made up of borosilicate. The reason these glass are used in the kitchen, that is, does not crack on heating or cooling because of its low coefficient of expansion. These kind of glass are generally very thin and hence inner and outer surface expand equally. Glass used in lab. Glass equipment used for scientific equipment purposes like in chemistry and biology laboratory is called lab glassware. Borosilicate glass or soda lime glass, it's a primarily used for such purposes. Today's science assignment, answer the following, learn question answers. Thank you.